Welcome, Virgo, to your weekly reading. This is for the 20th to the 27th of October. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Virgo, I'm going to start off by looking at the possible energy beginning the week. We will then move on and see your possible challenges, if any. Thirdly, we will look at messages and advice from Spirit. We will then take a look at the unexpected blessing coming through for you this week. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Virgo, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Virgo, I'm going to start off over here with Queen of Pentacles and Knight of Wands, and we're looking at the possible energy beginning the week. Now, at the beginning of the week, Virgo, I am seeing somebody come through presenting as Queen of Pentacles. This could be a masculine or feminine. It's the energy of Queen of Pentacles I am speaking about. And I do feel that this person is coming into your life with regards to something to do with your abundance and your prosperity. So this could be a friend coming in, Virgo, and suggesting that you go into business together, doing something you both love to do. And I feel it's probably something on the side, like perhaps you both love interior design, or you both love event planning, or cooking or baking, and they have got a suggestion that you do something together. This could be that somebody you know calls you up and offers you a job. This could be, my dear Virgos, that Queen of Pentacles is your significant other, and they've got a really good idea in terms of your future, perhaps buying a home or renovating and selling a home. Something is coming up, and it is tapped in to what abundance means to you. What I do see with Knight of Wands is that whatever this person is coming in with, Virgo, it gets you very excited. It ignites that flame within. It speaks to you. So immediately you start to look at the potential and what you could do with it and where you could take it. And we see you starting off the week on a very high, inspired and excited note. Let's move on now and see what your possible challenges are, and we have the Star and the Six of Pentacles. Now, my dear Virgos, with the Star coming through, and in this card we have this energy of pulling something down from the spiritual realm onto the physical realm. It's almost like you've wished upon a star, and now you have a possibility of pulling it down and creating something. And this comes about because somebody is coming in and giving you something. So this could very well relate to what we've just seen and spoken about. And then again, my dear Virgos, this could come through in another area totally. But I do see that there is great possibility that you are going to get some kind of wish manifestation because you're getting assistance, a leg up. So, my dear Virgos, if you have been wishing and praying to meet somebody romantically, this week, perhaps a family member or a colleague comes in and says, Virgo, I have somebody I think would be perfect for you. Can I give them your number? And something romantically starts from there. This could be, my dearest Virgos, that you've been wishing and praying to find a new home in a certain neighborhood, and as of yet you cannot find a thing. This week, perhaps somebody comes in and says, Virgo, there's something going in my building. I know you're looking in my neighborhood. Do you want me to recommend you to the landlord? And so the possibility of getting your dream apartment now becomes a reality. You, my dearest Virgo, are going to get assistance in helping bringing down a dream, a wish that you've had, and we see manifestation energy around you. So, that being said, I do not foresee any big challenges coming through for you this week. Let's move on now and see what Spirit would like to share with you. And we have Queen of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Now, my dear Virgos, Spirit is seeing you this week as Queen of Wands. It does not matter if you're masculine or feminine, it's the energy of Queen of Wands I am speaking about. Spirit is seeing you with the ability of creating magic, bringing in that manifestation energy. Now, Queen of Wands is a very proactive, dynamic, go-getting queen. This is the queen that recognizes opportunities when they come her way, and she jumps in 100% committed. This is the queen that works with Spirit. She knows that when she co-creates with Spirit, she can bring in what she wants to see and manifest. So Spirit is saying, work with both sides of Queen of Wands, and you, my dearest Virgos, are going to bring about new beginnings in your life, new beginnings when it comes to your pentacles, your abundance and your prosperity, and new beginnings when it comes to people being very forthcoming and giving you what you need right now. Very nice confirmation coming through from Spirit. Right, let us move on now and see what your unexpected blessing is that is coming through this week. And we have 2 of Swords and 5 of Wands. Now, Virgo, when we get energies coming through under your unexpected blessings that are speaking to us of tricky and challenging situations, it's incredibly positive because it tells us there's going to be a reversal of this energy. If you have found yourself recently working on something, my dear Virgos, that has not come easy to you, it could be that you've been trying to find a solution to a big problem you have. Perhaps you have some financial difficulty and you're trying to rearrange your finances or get outside help. This could be that there has been a very difficult situation come up with a particular relationship. Perhaps you and a colleague are just not getting on and you have to deal with this colleague every day at work. This could be that you and a family member have not seen eye to eye for months and it's affecting the family dynamic. But you keep on working and trying to find a way out of this situation because you want to release out of it and put it behind you. 2 of Swords tells me that many of you, Virgo, could have reached a point where you actually just don't know what to do. You're at the end of your tether. You felt that you have tried everything. You've looked at every which way, and yet you still find yourself bickering non-stop with that colleague, you and that family member always at loggerheads, and so you just do not know what to do. Well, your unexpected blessing is this week you are getting out of this situation one way or another, my dear Virgos. This is going to come to some kind of closure. Whether you and that family member decide to let bygones be bygones, or whether you decide to take a break from one another, it does not matter. What we do see is that this is now coming to an end. You feel as though you've had your breakthrough, you see the light, and you're able to move on from this. So, my dear Virgos, no matter what this is for you, and no matter how long you have been looking for a way out, I do see that this week the light is coming back in and you are out of this dark area of struggle and trying to find a solution. Let's move on now and see what the possible outcome of the week is. And we've got 6 of Swords and 6 of Wands. So we're ending off on a double 6. So Virgo, The number 6 for you this week is highly auspicious. Any combination, any variation of the number 6, please take this as a big sign that what we have seen and spoken about today is in play and happening for you. Your first 6 of Swords, tells us that you are leaving behind any situations that have been tricky and challenging for you. You're getting the answers you've been seeking and you're moving on. And you, my dear Virgos, are moving into an era now of our 6 of Wands, which speaks to us of victory and of success. Now, with this particular card, you will see that around the podium, we have all these hands applauding. Somewhere this week, my dear Virgos, you are going to find that you feel like you are entering into the winner's circle. You're going to feel like this young girl here. Look at me. Look what I've achieved. Look how far I have come. And I think, Virgo, with the spotlights here, there's going to be a lot of people around you, Virgo, coming forward, congratulating you, asking you how you did it. Virgo, that's amazing. You put yourself out there. You met new friends. You met a new significant other. Please tell me how you did it. Please give me advice. So I see you, my dear Virgos, in the spotlight for very positive and uplifting reasons. Right, let's move on and get the little tarot for your final message of the week. So we just want to see now what Virgo's final message is, please. And we have the World, the Four of Pentacles, and the Empress. My dear Virgos, with your 2 major arcana cards coming out here, we know that you are entering into a new gateway, entering into something new, my dear Virgos, that I feel is very aligned to who you are right now. You're letting go of a big challenge, which was our 2 of Swords and 5 of Wands, and you're feeling now like you have the energy, the ideas, and the inspiration to move on and create something that is relevant to your life now. What you will be creating, Virgo, is something now that is solid and stable, whether it's a new relationship, a new business, a new job, investing your money somehow. Whatever it is you focus on now has the energy of being around in your life for some time. You are entering into a time of abundance, a time of creativity and fertility. And we saw that with all these cards coming through. So with our Empress energy and you feeling on top of your game, my dear Virgos, this is going to be an incredible week. That's all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I'm sending you all so much love.